Good evening. You're watching CMR Daily Buzz. It's Friday, January 28th. I'm Misha Allinger, and thank you for joining us. Leading the headlines today, Pilar Bush has been appointed as the Chief of Strategy for the Office of the Premier. Bush brings more than 25 years of professional experience in both public and private sectors and has been a dedicated volunteer for youth and education causes. She is also the founder and managing director of Atwater Consulting, an advisory firm providing strategy, business, and communications advice to public, private, and non-profit organizations across the Caribbean and North America. In this role, Bush will effectively serve as head of the Office of the Premier and support the work of ministers and parliamentary secretaries. She will commence her new role on Monday. A Cayman Airways flight has returned to Cayman late Friday evening after Jamaica revealed it would not be accepting the passengers. CMR sources shared that some 91 passengers were left stranded in Havana as KX-833 returned ferry with only the CAL crew on board. The issue appears to stem from Cuban nationals using Jamaica as an access route to Nicaragua to eventually gain access illegally into the United States. Last year, Nicaragua lifted all visa restrictions for Cuban nationals, essentially shortening the South American journey by thousands of miles for those attempting to gain access to America. The COVID-19 pandemic has hit Cuba particularly hard, and the number of illegal migrants leaving the country has increased exponentially as a result. A cold front is looming on the horizon for this weekend, with temperatures expected to dip to low 70s. Cold weather is expected in the Caribbean as the U.S. expects frigid temperatures this weekend. The coldest times are expected to be Saturday and Sunday. Accompanying the colder temperatures will also be moderate to rough seas, including partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of evening showers. Today marks the second-year anniversary of the 7.7 magnitude earthquake that rocked the Cayman Islands on January 28, 2020. This was the strongest earthquake to directly impact the Cayman Islands in recent recorded history. The Honorable Premier Wayne Panton said that this incident prompted a number of improvements to readiness, response, and recovery efforts. Hazard Management Cayman Islands is launching a social media campaign and an earthquake roadshow to raise awareness to limit risks during these events. HMCI Director Danielle Coleman said they are launching the National Emergency Notification app to alert the public directly on their cell phones. HMCI is also offering a free-of-charge earthquake and tsunami awareness presentation for your school, business, church, or civic group. Contact HMCI directly by emailing hmci@gov.ky. 31 prisoners and 16 staff members at Her Majesty's Cayman Islands Prison Service have tested positive for COVID-19. The information was released by the prison after prisoners contacted CMR on Monday. They raised concerns about access to proper medical care and medication. However, the prison had shared that there are no significant areas of concern, confirming that positive prisoners are placed in an isolation wing. Prisoners have access to regular checks and care as necessary from the nurses on staff. Acting Director Daniel Greaves explained that prisoners participate in mass testing daily to detect any new positive cases, and various mitigation measures are also in place. In police news today, 2 men were involved in a stabbing incident in the vicinity of Butterfly Circle off Hurst Road, Newlands on Thursday morning. During the 2 a.m. assault, both of them received multiple stab wounds and were transported to the hospital by emergency services. The matter is currently under investigation, and officers are appealing to anyone that may have witnessed the incident or has any information to contact Bordentown CID at 947-2220. Anonymous tips can also be provided directly to the RCIPS via the confidential tip line at 949-7777. 28-year-old LeVar Chin Wood pleaded guilty to the wrongful death of his best friend Giovanni J. Berry caused by dangerous driving in 2019. Wood was to be sentenced today. However, his sentencing has been postponed until March 31st. Over to Renee Stamp for updates on regional news.
The Northern Caribbean University in Jamaica could be forced to pay out millions after a major data security breach at the institution. Hackers have encrypted accounting and other files and are demanding payment for their release. The incident reportedly took place last Thursday. A university official said the institution does not intend to pay the money and that the matter has been reported to the police. A Trinidadian mother has taken legal action against the San Fernando General Hospital in Trinidad after a mix-up between two patients' names resulted in her 13-year-old child having eye surgery meant for another last year. Stephen Thomas has since undergone corrective surgeries at the hospital, but his mother, Latoya Moses, said his eye condition has not improved. The hospital is being sued for negligence. A Jamaican man who is a convicted sex offender will be deported from Bermuda back to Jamaica on the governor's orders. 40-year-old Brittany Taylor was granted a temporary reprieve in October after his lawyer argued that he had not been given a fair opportunity to challenge the deportation order. Taylor was imprisoned for 16 years in 2012 after he pleaded guilty to a daylight serious sexual assault on a woman at a bus stop the previous year. He admitted to carrying his victim to an isolated area and forcing her to perform a sexual act on him.
In international news today, a woman was arrested and charged after threatening another lady that refused to sell her baby while she was shopping at Walmart in Texas. 49-year-old Rebecca Taylor allegedly approached and offered the mother $250,000 and increased the offer in the parking lot to $500,000. Taylor was reported to the authorities when she threatened to take him anyway and was arrested several days later after the incident. Taylor was released from Houston County Sheriff's Office custody after posting a $50,000 bond. At the 77th anniversary of the Holocaust Remembrance Day, portraits of 7 of the UK's last remaining Holocaust survivors went on display at the Queen's Gallery on Thursday, 27 January. The Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp was the largest Nazi death camp that killed 1.1 million people, most of them Jews, but also Poles, Roma, and others. That's all for today's news. This is Misha Allinger. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe.